Cheers, my broski.
Guys, as quick as you can. Okay, when you're ready, out you go.
It's all good, G? Sorry about earlier. I feel like you got the brunt of a situation that was nothing to do with you, so sorry about that.
What situation?
When I pulled over to the desk.
Oh no,
I said it wasn't your fault, so I at least had to come and apologise. Literally. Sorry. Yeah, we're all good. Red. I'll call it. I'll be back in a sec. I'm excited, but I like her. That's the girl I was playing with. Shit, man. Nice little elbow shot she gave me. Okay, let's go.
There's only so much the pad can do.
Trust me, and it's like they've shot right opposite to the pad, so it's like the pad is here, and they shot like right next to it, so it just missed it.
If you've got protection, the baby will just about miss it. Like,
Always, it's the way, innit? It's always the way. Alright, let's go again. Oh, we can't go yet. Yeah, colours.
No, they should still be on break.
A radio at the same time, and the light's supposed to be on any colour. White. How'd it go?
Go on. Might be better to go this angle and then take them from like a V shape. Cause if we go through that way, I reckon they're camping. It looks like.
I'll go right round.
Alright. I'm assuming that's not our guy. Thank fuck for that, cooled it. I think I'm out. Yeah. place these mics, you know.
You can go through the first 2 rooms.
First 2 rooms. That's our team, yeah? Cheers. He's literally on that right hand corner, you know. See, he's literally on that corner. That must have hit you, my bro. Call it. Are your shots not going through and hitting him?
No, my shot's up.
He's claiming it's hitting the wall.
One hit.
Bro, are you still claiming none of us have hit you?
Wait guys, if we stand up and just run across there, all of us will just shoot us.
That is not even worth it. There's so many of them now.
Good shot. I'm starting to get grips with the map a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, bad luck, bro. Technically, we're still winning.
I don't get how every single time we got through the whole boat. And he wasn't.
3 of us were shooting at him as well, but what can you do? We're trying to have a good vibes. Don't let them spoil your day.
And by the time I was in the firefight, it was not worth giving up. I had to do it.
Game over.
Oh, game over. Did we win it? I don't like the way this adapter been misreading a bit. So I'm going back to my CTR. Alright.
Take care, mate. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Yo, people. So, I kind of wanted to just do a finish up of the day. Cause already I'm getting like messages on the phone. What happened at Camo? Not that like any hype messages, like just kind of feedback. Cause I've got a good set of mates around me. May I say that? I give God thanks for that. And like they check up. Especially if they know I've gone out that day, because they know a proper love of airsoft, they'll check up kind of thing, especially if they can't come themselves. Some of them play airsoft themselves. So as just like a little follow-up, I kind of just like found myself asking myself things, because was asked by them, like, oh, how was it? What's the hit calling like? So I wrote myself a few little list of stuff that I wanted to kind of just go over. This video is a lot longer than I expected it to be. I just expected it to be go there, walk around, show you guys how the site looks, play the game day, give a quick feedback and be done with it. But because we had the little drama in the middle of the day, or in the middle of the day, it's why we're here. So I guess what's gonna happen is you guys are gonna see the drama. I'm gonna have to probably cut into the video and show this, and then I'll continue, or maybe I'll just run it and then and then just do this at the end of the video, because then the whole video day will make sense to you. So essentially, after I clicked off the camera and walked back upstairs, my decision, well, my perspective around the matter was this: I'll play the rest of the time, because we've spent our money, right? Let's play the rest of the time so we can have a full analysis, actually let off some steam, play some airsoft, outlet some energy and whatnot. But my aim was not to film for the remainder of the session, because I really want site owners to get this, and this ain't no dig at the guys today, but this is just site owners in general. You have to remember that if like, for most sites, I know that this is their side hustle, innit? But for some man, this is their bread and butter, and even for the people who this is their side hustle, yeah, this is people's hard-earned money. Whether you charge somebody £1 or £100 for an entry to whatever activity, you're selling a service, and the person doesn't have to come there, but they've chosen to come to your space. The least you should give them is the best service you can potentially give them, or just decline their money. And I say this because I'm a tech. I offer many different services, not just teching, but I offer many different services. I'm an engineer, you know what I'm saying? So I say this from a space of positivity. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not from a negative space. So I basically gone back upstairs. Yeah, and let me give context why I even said what I said a second ago. Like, that's why I wasn't going to film anymore, because I went there with such a positive energy to showcase the site and promote the site, and bam bam bam, because the way it was sold to me is like, this is your most closest site to your location, how come you ain't been there? And I've been asked that before, but you see, because I don't drive and all these things, I don't currently drive, should I say, it's like, for me, it wasn't a big enough question. Whereas to everybody else, I get it, they're probably like, you play so often, why are you going miles away when there's this place, kind of thing. So the aim was kind of like to just showcase to the people who watch the channel, as well as my own mates, and just kind of say like, yeah, like, why are we going here more often, especially if it's a good site. So by that point, and maybe I should give context, because do you guys even get what happened? So essentially what happened was this. Yeah, I need to give context, a lot longer than I wanted this video to be. I've gone to 2 marshals and I've asked, can I use my grenade launcher? I'm sure it's in the footage, so you'll see it. It's a normal grenade launcher, G. It looks a bit cool, but there's nothing amazing about it. It's just a grenade launcher. You chuck in a shell, you squeeze a trigger, it shoots. It uses 40mm round shells, which shoots 80 or 100 rounds. Now I know that sounds scary, but I'm shooting 0.12s with green gas. It's not all that scary. It's more the effect than anything. Do you know what I'm saying? If you are 3-4 meters away from me, it's the effect that's gonna shock you. By the time the BBs hit you, you're gonna be like, oh, was that it? Kind of thing. Do you know what I'm trying to say? That's literally, I'm being honest as the owner. If I was to load it with red gas and maybe 2 5s or 3s, yeah, that would be a different day for you. But I ran it with green gas and 0.12s, and I evidently explained this to every person I encountered. At Chrono, I asked about it. I showed a round, which, just watch the footage, you'll see, I'm not lying. I know the site owners or whoever are gonna watch this, their staff, and they're gonna feed it back, and bruv, you can do that, bruv, because I followed the rules, G. Especially as a black dreaded guy, I always tend to try and follow the rules, so that when people try to call me out, I'm like, bruv, I followed the rules. And it's not to prove anyone wrong. Remember, I went to the site not to Remember, I got no beef. I don't know nobody from nowhere. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm just literally playing out what happened. You get what I'm saying? So I've asked 2 marshals, is it alright? They said it's calm. One of them during chrono, you know, cool. I've even showed them the round. They've said it's calm. So I've taken all my precautions. I've then decided to run the lowest power gas I can get my hands. Well, I think, yeah, boom. Boom. Sorry, I've already explained this. I explained this during the round. So, yeah, let me explain what happened. So I've gone back upstairs. On the way in, I've kind of bucked into. It's so weird. They tend to, from what I've gauged, because like I said, I'm a new player there. I'm still trying to understand. It's not like somewhere like Mayhem where I know people and all these things. Like, it sounds like there's 3 main guys there, so 2 site owners and 1 kind of like manager, similar to how Splatoon runs, where you've got the big boss guy and then you've got Ken, for example, just to break it down so people can understand. So I've walked in and I've walked back up. So this is after my rant, so the thing you saw, the rant video, walk back upstairs, decided I'm gonna play it, just not film. Cause why am I promoting something that I don't agree with? It don't make sense. I paid my money, let me just finish out the evening and whatnot. Walked in, I've walked past the guy who's manager. I should have grabbed his name. Guy with glasses, whatnot. He's probably the coolest guy in terms of fixing the matter, because the other marshals were just acting oblivious. So big him up. I don't want it to sound like I'm digging at him. He was probably the coolest one out of all of them. So I'm about to sweep past him, but Levi's chatting to him, if I'm correct. Correct me if I'm wrong. I might be wrong here. But Levi's chatting to him. So I've kind of like, you can see it's like I've kind of turned as I'm walking past to kind of look at him, make eye contact briefly. Not on a bad vibes, you know, but just, this is not my environment, bro, so I'm gonna try and be aware of my surroundings. So I'm looked around, we made eye contact. He said something, I can't remember word for word, I don't want to lie. He said something, so a conversation is open between me and him. So by this point is why I'm calm by this point. So I'm saying to him, like, look, do you see I'm a cool guy? I weren't trying to beef, I weren't trying to create no big problems, but I've done all I can do, big man, which is ask your marshals, is this legal? Show them even the round, which they said is fine, and then I'm still getting complaints. I've even busted in the game in front of a marshal. He's not said anything. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, so by that point I'm like, bruv, don't tell, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, cool. It's why I had so much to say about his son, because I then come to find out it was his son. And for me, your son ain't a marshal there. And even if your son was a marshal there, if he ain't on duty, don't approach people, bro. Like, cause at one point I was chatting to the dad and he was saying to me, oh, yeah, man, I need to chat to him about his attitude. But you know, it's from Doug in a minute. And I was just like, do I fucking care, bro? Like, do you know where the fuck I'm from, bro? Do you get what I'm saying? And if I had certain, the point I was trying to make to him that earlier was like, if I had certain man with me, your guy's head would have got smashed off, because I had to say to Levi, and I should have been filming this point, but at one point I had to say to Levi, I'm gonna walk off because I'm gonna bug out, bro. I've even said this, you know, right in front of the guy as they've approached me, because they've approached me 3 man strong, but it's not. 2 of the guys, they're kind of like kids. You can see they're like 17. So I'm like, bro, I will chuck you, man, around the room, you know. Like, how are you trying to circle me off? Because I'm at the table next to Levi, and they've kind of approached me. And I should have explained this earlier, but they've kind of approached me, and it's like a semicircle. Now, I don't know if you lot know about PTSD, but bruv, that could work out wrong for you, G, just because I'm feeling enclosed. Do you get what I'm saying? But anyway, it's cool. Luckily, I found a way to navigate myself out the situation and said to Levi, look, I'm just gonna go for a walk, sort my head out, because I will be honest, if y'all know me, I'm not saying I'm a bad man or none of that, bruv, but anyone who knows me knows I defend me and mine, bro. That's what I'm on, whether I'm on 1 man or there's 10 of us. That's one thing. Ask, like, I'm not even trying to brag on my name, but ask about me, bro. Why do you think niggas are happy to roll with, man? And bro, I hold mine, you know. Do you get what I'm saying? But anyways, cool. So I've walked past the counter, we made eye contact, we start talking, and the convo was going positive. So by this point now we're actually talking, and I'm able to show him, look, like, I know I bugged out earlier at you, but I'm told this, I'm told that, I'm told that. Like, what do you want me to do, bro? This is where he explains, oh, this has never been legal, the marshal should have known. I'm like, all of that's nice. This is where he starts saying the thing about the sons from Dagenham, and I just thought, oh, brother, I don't care. Like, I think these men don't get, like, I'm not one of these men that I'm bad in my ends, bro. I'm one of these men, like, anywhere I go, I'm on that timing, and it's not. I'm not trying to. I wanna like, because I was gonna cut this bit out of the video, but I was like, nah, leave it, because niggas need to know. Like, go do your research about me, bro. But I didn't come up on Airsoft, my nigga. We diverted off our bad stuff to Airsoft to change our life. So don't. And this is a call out to anyone as well, because everywhere I go, this is my energy, bro. Ask the sites that we go to, like Splatoon, Mayhem. Ask about, man. Most of these places we have good relationships, and we have to build that shit, especially with Splatoon, because we weren't seeing eye to eye at first. And if you notice, my points are always the same on these rant videos. My points are always hit calling, martial quality, and value for money. Don't take our money and rob us. Now, if you guys can get, whoever this is, if you can get that right, my mouth will always be closed, you know. Because then my only other point would be bullying, and bruv, I'll address that if your marshals are going to address that. Cause I didn't bring me and my people here to get bullied. So anyways, positivity. But do you get what I'm trying to say? So even today I was thinking, are you going to ban me? And if that's the case, ban me with chess, nigga, because all my points were valid. Like, I used like you're saying it's illegal, but it was legal, bro. It's a legal weapon. I've used this in CQB 2 weeks ago. So what are you talking about? And do you know the maddest thing is, the range I used it at today compared to the range I used it at the other CQB, and the other guys were fine. So I'm like, your site, yeah, I think I can say this, your players are pussy, bro. Not everybody, I will say that, because there were some good girl players. They big them up on that. I'm gonna go through that when I do analysis, card. There's analysis I'm gonna do in a set. There's a lot of good positive things to say, but niggas, it's almost like niggas are shook. I was the one black guy there, bro. If you're on a class Levi's black, he's mixed race, but if you're on a class Levi's black, bro, I was the one black guy there, bro. So are you trying to say that one man's aura is too much? Like, brother, it just didn't make no sense, G. You know what I'm saying? And the man was following me around at one point because of the double tap rule, and I'm saying to my man, like, it's my first time here, chill out, bro. Like, I heard you and you caught me doing it once, but if you notice, for the last 5 to 10 minutes you haven't caught me doing it. Why are you on my asshole? Whereas there's guys that shooting at me with laser beams, and I don't understand how you're achieving a laser beam with a tracer with double tap, bro. You know what I'm saying? Double tap, take a breath, pause, double tap. I know how these guns work. I'm a tech G. For you to get a laser beam that's either on auto, binary, or you're feathering that shit so fast to keep them BBs consistent so that light doesn't stop in the air. I'm not an idiot. And bro, if you look at my footage throughout the game, you can see it. You can see it so much, bro. That's the maddest part. So please check the footage. But so yeah, walk past, we spoke, whatnot. He was able to bless things. So like I said, because he's not, from my understanding, he's not the site owner. There's 2 other site owners. If they don't give him a reward, bro, yeah, I think I can say this, then you're trust site owners, because he saved your site today. This video was going to end up a lot worse, bro. This video is going to be a lot worse. I feel like right now what I'm doing is giving and even if you analyze the whole video, part 1, part 2, part 3 as a whole, you should be able to see that I've given a balanced feedback so players can make up their own mind. So I'm going to watch this, so I'm not going to agree with me, because you got your long-standing players, you've seen your journey, right? But I'm a new player. It's the first time I've been there. And like I said, I came with such a I'm telling you, positive vibration. Ask Levi, saying hello to people I didn't know, good vibes. I was buzzing with energy. It was only when that happened, because I just thought, raw, like, I took all the precautions, and I'm suffering for it. And my one little rocket that I only used 2 rounds in is a problem. That's what you man are pussy. Do you know how much times I got face shotted, spammed there, shot in the knee, shot in the butt? I did not bitch one time about these things, bro. Just took it on the L, bam. Do you know how much trades I got into? That man's run into the room. Do you know what's so funny? Man's run into the room and like, I've shot the guy, and then he's run into the room and continued running after I've shot him, you know. So by this point I've paused, like, brother, did you not see I shot you? So by this point I'm like, oh, he's still moving, bam bam, and I'm like, I've shot you again, you know. But by this point he's now shot me. I'm now calling it a trade, but he's not understanding, my nigga, I've killed you twice. You've shot me because I paused to ask you what's going on, and just to save the vibration, hype and all of that, I've just said, you know what, good trade, and walked off. Check the footage, it's there, bro. Unless I've snipped a part of it out or whatnot, in which case say it and I'll re-upload the full thing. But like, brother, I know my points are valid because I'm Marshall, G. I run my own private games. I've been a Marshall at other people's site. But yeah, so you spoke about it, we managed to sort it. At one point, he was like, oh, I'm gonna chat to my son, but and I'm glad he did that, because I'm telling you, your son will get himself fucked up moving like that. I'm not gonna lie to you, and this, I'm not threatening nobody, I'm just telling you real life, bro. I'm an adult, bro. I'm a big fucking man. Who are you talking to? That the kid said to me, what did he say to, and I'm calling him a kid because as I was leaving, I looked in the youth's face, you know, because I'm standing there busting joke with the dad, and I've looked in the youth's face and I'm like, you can't even make eye contact with me, my nigga. And it's because you're actually a youth, bro. You're like within your early 20s or your 17s, or you're around them. I can see he's young in his face now, but it's because earlier I didn't look in, because bro, I was gonna bug out. So looking at him, like, you don't even want to make eye contact. But I'm like, you'd have got yourself hurt because you wanted to approach people that you don't know and telling them about don't do that again. Who the fuck are you talking to? Like, every time I even think about the statement, it gets me mad, because I'm just like, if I'm a marshal or even a marshal's son, I was never gonna get a positive outcome. I've been in enough situations myself as a marshal where I have to approach some uncomfortable things, G. You know what I'm saying? Some hench Polish dons are overshooting. There's a way to approach each and every person that will get you the best out of the situation, and that wasn't it. But anyways, I'm not gonna stick on that point. So he dad sorted it. We're not going back out to one of the games. I ended up seeing the sister, because she was at the desk at one point and I was so rude to her, but it was his fault, because by this point I'm like, where's the owner? She's telling me, oh, the owner's not here. So by one point I started explaining to her what's happening. She's like, oh, the guy in charge is over there. So I've just aired her and kind of walked off, so I had to go and apologise, because like, it's wrong. You caught the back end of other people's behaviour, and obviously this impacted me. Obviously as a big man I have to take action, take responsibility for my actions, and I do. You know what I'm saying? I do. That, like, I want to be clear, you know. It's not that I don't take responsibility for my actions. It's just I refuse to change my behaviour if you refuse to change your actions. Because remember, I'm a paying customer. If you don't want my money, just, that's cool. When you see my booking shop, cancel the booking and return my money. Do you get what I'm saying? But, or just tell me don't come. I'm alright with that. But yeah, man, we came on positive vibe. I'm telling you, I had great plans and ideas for private games and running competitions on your range. So do you see, for me, this is why even now, because I've gone so much places where I was meant to rant like this and I didn't even bother, because they're just not worth the time. So even this, I hope you guys take it on board. But anyways, let's get to what I actually came on this video to do and end it on, because I ain't got bare energy. I'm tired as hell now. I wrote, was it worth it? So I would say it was worth it, because I feel like by the time I spoke to I don't know your name, so don't judge me in it, but the chubbier guy with the glasses, he came up, the one game ran after that, and I connected into the end of the game, and that game weren't too bad. And then there was another game which he played, and that game wasn't too bad either. And then there was another game which I'm sure he played as well, that was the last game, and that was pretty good. I'm not going to give him the whole baton, because it takes a team to run that, but I'm sure that had something to do with his doing. And may I just add, his son packed up and did not play those 3 games. May I just say that? I don't know the kid, maybe he's a good player, I'm trying to say it, but you just, like, I see it when we go places that we're the home team. We don't treat people like how you do. That's not the way to do it, bro. You were never, and you're, like I said, you're lucky I weren't with the squad, because the squad would have took it personally and you would have suffered on that field because of it. They would have been searching specifically for you, and I'm glad. I said this to Levi on the drive home, I was like, I'm glad, because he don't get, like, my team will take this personal, bro, because it felt like you were singling man out, bro. Like, from your marshals following man around with the double tap, and I'm like, there's niggas clearly autoing me, bro. And you're not checking them, but you're checking me. You know what I'm trying to say? To the thing of letting this kid, like, I'm gonna call you a kid because you're a young man, G. I got 6 kids, you know. I'm a big fucking man. You need to know how to deal with a man, especially as a young man dealing with an older man. Know how to talk to somebody. Like, when your dad spoke to me, I was able to deal with him with respect when he corrected himself, because he addressed me correct. He solved the matter. He heard me out. He pushed his point across. I heard his point. You know what I'm saying? Dual respect goes far, especially as a man. I'm a big man to you, bro. You don't know how old I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big man to you. Even if man is 25 odd or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm still a big man to you. So Can you come correct? And man might even say, oh, your big man shouldn't let game get to you that much, but y'all need to understand it. I don't play like these other little kids because I'm excited from Call of Duty. I'm playing this shit as an outlet from PTSD and the roads and certain things and mental health. So don't fuck up my one little outlet. Play correct or just don't play at all, because I'm not, like, if you listen to the things I'm asking for, they're not hard things. Call your hits. Don't camp out the corners for 3-4 quarters of the match, because then we're stuck. We've literally come here to stand on a corner going bam bam, lean back in, bam bam. Can I not run about a bit without being smothered with shells because y'all all camping on a corner? Like, do you get what I'm saying? There's a lot of good game days that I don't complain, and it's because the sport is played correctly. You know what I'm saying? I had to sit for a whole chat with him. Oh, we had to change the sight from a speed soft sight to rare, and I was like, but you're not understanding. It's still a speed soft sight. I can still see it, bro. Your players don't get that. What you're saying don't match what's happening out there. I get it, because I run things myself. You can't control everything that happens out there, but yeah, man. Like, and I'll put this out. I'll say this: if your heart's in the sport enough to sit here and watch the video till this part, I'll say this: everything I'm complaining about, I'm happy to help you with. You know, we got a team, we got ideas, we got competitions, I'm happy to help you fix these things. I think you have a really good project there. I just think it needs fine tuning to just, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I said, is it worth it? I do think it is, but I listed the things. The price isn't bad. But I will say this, if it was 20 quid, I probably wouldn't have done a rant video. You see the extra 5 quid, it bothers me. And do you know why it bothers me? Is because I paid for 4 hours. I played, sorry, for 4 hours. And we weren't actually playing for the whole 4 hours. The games, I will say that, one thing I will say, the game turnover was really good. For 4 hours, that's probably the most amount of games I've played at a site for 4 hours. So in theory, I shouldn't say this about the price, but all the sites that are 4 hours based sessions, they're 20 quid, my boy. You have a good site, the shop, the rare, but that's why I'm saying it. You see, because you have all these other things, avenues you can make money from, you're telling me you can't lose a fiver. And I know you might even say this as a site owner, oh, but you're telling me you can't give up a fiver. You see, that fiver to me on 10 occasions adds up to how much? Ask yourself that. And that £50 is £50 that will still end up in your pocket as a site owner if you know how to treat me right as a player, because that's food at your site, that's whatever it is. But I'll show you the alternate to that. If I feel like, and it's not the £5 I'm talking about, I'm just trying to show you as a experience. If I don't feel that feeling that I spoke about first, do I ever buy food there? Which means that, yeah, you claim the £50, but there's new money that you could have made from me and my friends, but we're literally just going to pay our entry, buy our stuff externally, come and just go. Do you see what I'm saying? You miss so much fruit from the sport because you're chasing. But anyways, because I've gone on the topic of £5, I know it's going to seem like £5, but it's not £5, because I don't mind the £5. It's 2 players, 50 quid. But I'm just saying, in the £5, I'll give you an example just quickly before I move on. Over the course of 4 players, what's that? 5, 10, 15, 20. Over the course, if it was 20 quid, over the course of me bringing 4 of my players, I've saved the money of 1 whole player, so I could invite somebody random. Do you see what I'm saying though? Whereas me missing that 1 person and being like, is it worth spending a whole another 25 quid? I don't know if it makes sense, but I know what I'm saying, because there's times I drop prices off my prices and I see the benefits. Oh, he brings 2 more people, and I'm like, oh, what? Because I shaved off a tenner, and he's like, yeah, bro, it just made it more viable. Like, by the time we paid for him, it was like, oh, only tenner or more, and he's coming as well. So they just did it as a package. Do you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, it's whether you want the ideas or not, because I understand my opinions are not for everybody. And then the other thing, was it worth it? Time spent. I'd say yes and no. I'd say partly no, because there was the time I had to take out to calm down for an issue that I didn't cause. I followed the rules and suffered for it. So no on that. But like I said, the game turnovers was good, so I'm a balanced guy. Well done on that. The game turnovers was really good. Pros and cons. I think I've spent the whole videos telling you the pros and cons, but the pros I will say is do you know what? Yeah, let me still do a basic pros and cons, because then that will make sense. Like for me, the cons are a young marshalling team which aren't trained very well, if I'm allowed to say that. Majority, yeah, they were cool, but everybody's cool. Every marshal I've met at every site is cool. It's very rare. Only one or two I've met, and I'm like, yeah, that guy's a fucking dickhead. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, actual prick. It's very rare. Like, if you notice, it was only when we went to that, what was that racist site that we went to? That hillbilly looking motherfucker. But anyways, that's besides the point. What was I saying? Yeah, so young marshalling team, which again, that could be solved. Training. Yeah, anyways, pay me if you want this, or let's work together if you want this information. More cons. Hit calling, the camping thing. How the hell can a 40mm round be banned? And his reason, like, I want to explain why I'm so upset about that one. You can fill gas mags and run gas mags there, and his reasoning was we can't control what people fill into the 40mm grenades. But that's dumb, because it's the same. You can't control all them 30 players. If they choose to use green gas magazines, can you control what they put in that green gas magazine? Because they could put green, red, orange. They could put whatever the fuck they want to put. You ain't looking. And how do you watch 30 players, bro? Do you get what I'm trying to say? It's the same like a HPA tag. How do you know I didn't go toilet, cut that tag off, open my competition seal, turn it up, lock back my competition cap, run another cable tie through it, wood off. I'm at it. What the fuck are you talking about? So if it's gonna be okay for the gas mag users to fill with trusted as long as they clear chrono, why can't I do that? It's crazy, especially when I'm being so transparent with you. Can I use this round? Not just asking one marshal, asking two, and then on the way out even confirming this is the thing I was talking about. Is this okay? But anyways, I'm gonna hop on some positive. Pros is they've got like some kind of food area. They offer membership which saves you money, and the membership sounded good if you play there, so do check that out. Pros, seating area, they've got quite a lot of it, but I wish the area that you play in, so our actual safe zone, I wish that area had more space, because me and Levi was crunch up in that little section. But good point, they were at maximum capacity, so maybe that's a good point. So maybe it is a pro more than a con. They've got firing range there. They've got shop. The shop is quite big and effective. What else did I see? Toilets. The toilets facility was pretty good, because that sometimes can be questionable depending where you go. What else? I can't speak about the pricing of the shop, because I only saw pricing for some things. Some of the things that I did see, the pricing weren't bad. I don't know how competitive they are, because a lot of the things that I was trying to see, like gun prices, I weren't able to see. It's almost like they were hiding the gun prices. It kind of felt like it kind of felt like, not that I'm saying that's what was happening, but it kind of felt like, because on, say for example, like mag holders, I could see the prices, they were on them, but things like the pistols, not on the box, not on the pistols. It was a bit confusing at one point, like, are you niggas actually trying to sell guns? But they had a nice range of stuff, so that was one thing. I even at one point saw like a silver TM, which that was really cool to see, because I was like, oh, that's a little pretty pistol, like a silver high capper thing, which was quite nice, because I've seen silver TMs, but I've never seen it in that shade. So it had me even for a second like, oh, how much is that? Do you know what I'm saying, kind of thing. And I always like when I go places and I see things that I haven't seen, because I'm such a fanatic. There isn't much that I haven't seen. Not to say I have seen everything, but I'm telling you, if ask my friends about me, they'll tell you, it's like from something comes out, I'm on the internet researching about it, because I'm just a fanatic, man. I really like the sport. I really like the community side of the sport as well. So I tend to, like I'm doing now, I had to make adjustments to my mask, because my vent clip broke, so I had to sort out my vent clip. I think it's sorted. Probably just have to wipe down my lens one more time and I'm done. But yeah, so that's another pro, sorry. What else did I write? Fit marshalling, okay, I already addressed that. Thanks for training. Another thing I did want to talk about, and maybe I need to stop doing this, so y'all can tell me if you think this is a good idea. There's a few times that people said I didn't shoot them, but I find this funny because I do this thing where when I'm in CQB, I don't always do it, but sometimes I run mixed rounds. Now you might be like, oh, what the hell is mixed rounds? Mixed rounds basically means I'm running tracers and normal. I'm not cheating with the weights. So if I'm running twos, I'm running 2.5 tracers and 2.5 normals. And what that means is my tracer will go off sometimes and sometimes it won't go off. And why I do that is, and maybe I will stop doing it because I'm starting to understand it. Maybe at points it causes more problems than good things for me. But why I do that is, because I run a high capper, there's points where my play style is based around take a corner, bam bam, move to the next place, take another corner, bam bam. I'm not there for long. I'm clearing the area and moving on. But it gives the opponent too much visual on me. Oh, okay, his shot's coming from that angle, then that angle, then that angle, so they can track me. Whereas you see at points, like let's say I need to sit here trading with you for a little while. If every third shot is disappearing or only every 3 shots is tracing, it throws you off as the opponent shooting at me, because at points you're hearing a BB deflect but you're like, I didn't see a BB come. So imagine I'm going bam bam, so you're hearing boof boof, but you're like, I never saw a BB fly. But then the next time I shoot, 1 flies but you hear 2 pinging off around you. It confuses the hell out of you. I love it. So a lot of the time most of the session I ran my gun that way, and I found that a lot of the times that even the guy who ran into the room and I shot him and then had to shoot him again and then still call it a trade, even though, bro, it wasn't a trade, G. I killed your ass. But I think with him, because he was so in the mix, he's come into the room confident. Okay, nice, easy kill. So I think the first shot didn't trace, so he thought he never got hit. He probably thought I misfired or I didn't click my trigger in time, but I'm literally watching the shot hit him. You know what I'm saying? So that's the other thing I would have said. Yeah, man. I think I'm just gonna close up the video here and say, like, I would love to see competitions there and stop limiting us, because I heard how the guys spoke about speed softers and HBAs, and it pissed me off because, bro, I've got an AG rifle up there, DSG build. I've got another AG over there, just standard build with few upgrades. I've got a shotgun, 2 shotguns in my wardrobe over there. There's another pistol here. There's bare I just dislike when people have your opinion, but my one thing is this: I have so much opinion on gas blowback users in terms of the GBR rifles. I don't put my opinions on everybody. I might talk about it briefly, but I don't put it on. Don't put your opinions on everyone, especially if you're going to be a site owner or manage a place, because that's unfair. We might have the same weapon as the person that you had an interaction or a negative interaction with. Don't brush us by the same brush. The only reason I run an adapter on my high capper is because how is it fair for the guy over there and his whole team to have an M4 mag that holds 150 or 200 rounds and I can only have 30 rounds in my mag? And some will say, oh, because you chose to use a pistol, but I also chose to buy an adapter. So can you leave me alone? I could say, why are you in CQB with this big long ass DMR? But I'm not, right? Because you chose what you chose, and that's okay. As long as you can make it work and you're an effective player. That's my opinion on it. Because like I said, I'm Marshall, I play myself, I host things myself, I tech, I run the YouTube channel. There's bare things I do. So if my opinion is so closed, I'm only shutting relationships down for myself. So even this guy, he don't even need to take my opinion, but I just want to share it because it kind of made me just think, like, most of the players who come here are speed softers, so how am I shut down speed softers? What you should do is regulate it better. If you regulate it better, Speed soft ain't an issue if it's played well and properly and marshaled properly. Because the problem with speed soft that makes it so hard is you're sending so much rounds across the room. It is hard to track everything if you don't have bare cameras and bare marshals everywhere. And you see with this site, their site don't have an upper layer that like marshals can stand on a castle, check in, or it's literally on one layer. The ceiling is very low as well. So without cameras and without bare marshals on that field, how do you regulate? And even before you regulate, you have to have a list of regulations to follow. Because I know people say, oh, we got a list and rare, but when I go to these sites and I G-check them, they're slacking on basic things like how, even what happened today didn't make no sense. A 40mm round isn't allowed to be used. And I think the only thing he said that made sense to me, that I was like, okay, that makes sense, was he was like, because we don't have an engagement distance here. I was like, when I heard that, I was like, that makes sense. But the thing he was telling me about, you can't control the gas that fills, or the other ones were excuses. When I heard that one, I was like, I can respect that one, because you'll have some dickhead. You're not saying I'm the dickhead, but you have some dickhead who'll be like, heh, he's free. He's literally a meter away from me, budoff in his face. I'm not that kind of player. From I told you I'm running 0.12s and green gas, and I asked your marshals. But I think you see, this was the problem, yeah. And again, this is where I think the dread and the certain things throw these people off. I think when I said this to him, he was like, I have no guarantee, because I don't know you from anywhere. I saw this in his eyes, bro. I have no guarantee that you did check with my marshals. That's what I saw, bro. Yeah, I'm saying. But the one thing that didn't make sense to me was, if he goes over to his marshals, he will see on the sheet of paper that I've got 2 ticked guns. I didn't have 2 rifles with me. So what guns did he tick off for? Make it make sense. But like I said, I just want to end the video on positive vibration, because I don't want this to sound like I'm angry at this guy. I just want to make it evidently clear that at every step, because at one point I was shouting out off my mouth a bit, because at one point I was just like, you guys are actually violating me, bro, and I should bug out. But because they've corrected things and made things right, I don't want to end this video on a bad note, because we did leave the site on a positive vibration. Bye guys, have a good one. But I do know that there's gonna be this little underlayered feeling in his son's heart, and yeah, I'm saying, they're here again. I know, but get used to it. Regulate your site correct, or just stop booking people like us there. It's very simple. You know what I'm saying? And even if you don't book people like me, we're still gonna show up. We're still gonna, and that's not a threat, but I say it more because we love the sport. So we'll just private book it and maybe show you how it's done then, because I do think with the right players, private booked, less numbers, you'd be fine. Less numbers, it removes the ability to camp out corners, because if you camp out corners and there's 10 or 15 of you, bro, you're basically wasting your money, because you're sitting there to look at air. It's gonna take 3-4 minutes before someone finds you. Whereas if you're all running around, these trades can happen. This, you know what I'm saying? Another thing I even heard quickly before I go is they banned sliding. I just thought, when you ban sliding, what does the sport come to you? Like, that's like me saying I ban a prone position on a skirmish field. How? What? It's a part of the sport, bro. The floor is slidey, so if I can't slide, but I followed the rules. I didn't do any sliding today, but I just thought. This guy's lost the plot a little bit, because how can you ban sliding in the CQB side? You can regulate it, so you can't slide and do this and do that, because that's when it becomes unfair. If you're sliding into a room, sliding over, like slide into a room, bam bam, slide over there, bam bam, it gets a bit techie. What about the new players? They don't get a chance to play the sport, so I'd regulate that a bit better. And if it still happened and still couldn't get control of it, then maybe I would run different session, run noob sessions, and then run hardcore CQB sessions, because then you make you create a space for both. Do you know what I'm saying? But that's besides the point. I just basically wanted to touch the video and say, like, I'm not gonna score it, because I feel like I have to go back at least twice more to have a balanced overview. Do you know what I'm saying? But I feel like I've given this place a whole load of content today, because I don't think I ever do a video this long reviewing. You know what I'm saying? In the history of the channel. So I hope they feel blessed. I hope they take the positives and negatives from what I've said and just see it's coming from a good, clean place. And I guess you guys can hear my voice starting to croak up now. So I'm going to say I'm going to love y'all and leave y'all. Thank you for sharing the day with me and Levi. Thank you for Levi for inviting me. Thank you for Camo Airsoft for having us. Thank you for the guy with the glasses for solving the issue for me, and his daughter for being patient with me. And like I said, big up the female players. Like, one thing I've been saying to the man them a lot last year was, or this year was, I want to see more ladies in Airsoft. And this is probably the place that I've been, the first place I've been this year where I've seen more than 4 players that are females. And they're good, like they're actually good. I think there was 2 or 3 females that stood out to me. And then there was one female who, she was a noob, but she was cool, man. I like her because she was so helpful. She was just nice. You know, when somebody's just, they don't know you but they're cool, and I can respect that, because like I said, as a black guy in this sport, you really see people's intentions from you first meet them, because you see who that you just see them, how they look at you. I can see it. You might not say it, but I can see it. And one thing I liked with her is, when I used the grenade launcher, she was the one who helped me do this. And at one point I was struggling to manage both guns, so I had said to her, can you hold my pistol for a little while? And bro, the girl did not butter an eyelid once. Even at one point I had to go back to her and say, oh, it's alright if I grab the pistol. And she was like, yeah. It's like she was fine holding it the whole game for me. I was just like, yeah, man, these are the kind of people I want to interact with, because it's the same. Like, if you were to come over to me and I'm holding the corner and you're like, can you hold my pistol? Bro, I will hold that, no worries, G. Go clear out that corner, I've got your back right here. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I like players like that, because it makes me want to take more risk. It makes me want to talk to more people. It makes me want to connect with more people in the community. And it makes me want to just bring more people to the site, because I know a lot of other good players who they're looking for community to connect into like that. But you have to have the right people, because imagine you taking your one vulnerability section and then giving it to the wrong people. Come on, man. It's the same like you site owners. I'm sure it's the, you want us to look after your site, right? You want us to not talk negative things that didn't happen, right? So it's why I'm trying to look after your site by giving clear, precise breakdown of what took place, and I feel happy to be able to say it did get rectified. I left feeling like it did get rectified. The one thing, and this is why I said I want to go twice more, I want to see, does his son move nuts when we go there next time? I want to see how they treat my new players when I bring them. I'm going to bring a few more players with me next time, and I want to see the, like, is it the same type of players that go there again? Is it the same people? And is the gameplay exactly the same? Because like I said, the last two and a half games, decent. But everything before that, you'll see yourself in the content. It was just, oh, hold this corner, slap. Oh, most of the running I did is because I'm trying to make the content good for you guys. I'm not going to lie. Because if it was up to me and I weren't filming, I would have done what they were doing in the end and just camped it out, because it wouldn't have made sense not camping that out, because a lot of the times that I died is because I was trying to push when I should have just been camping. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But it's a sport. I love the sport, and like I said, thank you for letting me chew off your ears for another however long. But yes, until the next one, and do check it out, cause they're a good little site, especially if you're a new player. That's one thing I was like, oh, it's not too bad. Like, after you run around for 2 games, you kind of know the map, whereas often when I go CQB, I don't feel that way. I have to play the whole session, and then on the way home I'm like, oh, the last game I started to get it a little bit, but it's only when I go back to the site then I'm like, oh, now I'll get the map after half that session. So it's like I have to go to a site for a session and a half to get the site, whereas this, bro, after that second game, I don't know if you saw the way I'm walking back to reset, I just feel more confident. I'm going from a different angle, I'm ducking low, I'm going through tunnels, and it was because I felt confident to leave Levi, which it was kind of nice, because I didn't want him to feel like he had to baby me the whole session. And sometimes it can feel like that when you're bringing a player and they don't know the site that they got, like you guys are at, like the layout or anything like that. So But yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna say like, share, subscribe, and until the next one. And hopefully you site owners and the marshals and stuff, I hope you receive this with positivity, because if you do it correct, and like I said, reach out if you work with us. This could be the start of something great, but sometimes greatness starts hard. You know what I'm saying? But yes, until we next meet, people, we out.